Welcome back to our channel, soap fans. Let's be real for a second about Sarah Horton. Right now, the show is trying incredibly hard to sell us on this brand new, squeaky clean romance between Sarah and Brady Black. On paper, they look great together. They are both attractive, they both have deep ties to legacy families, and they both have a history of having their hearts completely shattered by toxic partners. But here's the kicker, you guys. Sarah is absolutely 100% not over Xander Kiriakis. And honestly, I don't think she ever will be. The spoilers for the upcoming weeks reveal that Sarah is going to find herself violently torn between her past and her present, and it all revolves around a heartbreaking medical crisis at the hospital. Sarah recently took on a new patient, a young woman named Destiny, who tragically collapses and dies from what appears to be a tainted drug overdose. This is part of that massive, looming public health crisis hitting Salem, and it absolutely devastates Sarah. When you are a doctor who cares as deeply as Sarah does, losing a patient is a nightmare, but you won't believe what happens next. In her darkest, most vulnerable moment of grief, it is not Brady who she turns to. It is Xander. Xander completely steps up to the plate, offering her a shoulder to cry on, and supporting her through the agonizing loss of Destiny. They even share some incredibly warm, nostalgic bonding time with baby Victoria. It is in these quiet, raw moments that we are reminded of exactly why Xander and Sarah are soulmates. Can you believe the writers literally named the tragic patient Destiny? I mean, talk about heavy-handed soap opera symbolism. The show is practically screaming at us that Xander and Sarah are destiny. It is not a coincidence. This shared grief over a young life lost mirrors the profound, earth-shattering trauma they shared years ago during the baby Mickey and Mackenzie swap storyline. Remember that? Xander did the most despicable thing imaginable by swapping Sarah's dead baby with Kristen's live one, all because he couldn't bear to see Sarah in pain. It was toxic, it was illegal, and it was deeply wrong, but it was born out of a twisted, all-consuming love. That kind of history does not just vanish because you start dating a safe, boring guy like Brady Black. The bond forged in that kind of fire is unbreakable, and Sarah's subconscious absolutely knows it. The June 4th sneak peek photos completely expose where Sarah's heart truly lies. We are going to see Sarah having a wildly steamy, intense dream where she is barely clothed in bed, passionately kissing Xander. But the dream quickly turns into a high-anxiety nightmare when both Xander and Brady appear to aggressively grill her about her choices. She wakes up completely rattled, clutching her robe, sitting alone in the Kiriakis living room. That is a classic psychological manifestation of guilt and suppressed desire. She is trying so desperately to force herself into this neat, tidy box with Brady, but her soul is literally screaming for Xander. Now, let's talk about Brady Black for a minute, because I have some incredibly strong feelings about this guy. A lot of fans think Brady is this ultimate romantic hero who just has bad luck with women, but I actually think he is a walking red flag for codependency. Brady is the king of rebounds. Look at his history. From Kristen to Teresa to Chloe, Brady constantly latches onto women who are either emotionally unavailable, deeply toxic, or completely in love with someone else. He wants to be the white knight so badly. Right now, he is helping Sarah dig into the mystery of Destiny's drug-related death, trying to uncover how it connects to the grim fate of Destiny's own sister. Brady is playing the hero detective, thinking that if he solves this case and supports Sarah, he will win her heart forever. But Sarah is staying with Brady for all the wrong reasons. In an upcoming episode, Sarah actually describes her relationship with Brady as easy. Are you kidding me? In the soap opera world, the word easy is the ultimate kiss of death. Easy means boring. Easy means there is no passion, no fire, and no soul-deep connection. Sarah is terrified of the roller coaster that is Xander Cook. She remembers being kidnapped by Kristen, shipped off to a deserted island, and having her entire life stolen from her while Xander was manipulated into marrying Gwen. She is exhausted by the trauma, So she is using Brady as a comfortable, safe little life raft. She thinks Brady won't hurt her the way Xander did. But here is the absolute tragedy of it all. Sarah is going to be the one who hurts Brady. The spoilers reveal that Brady and Sarah are going to exchange I love yous very soon. Because Brady falls in love at the drop of a hat, he is probably already picking out china patterns and planning a lavish wedding in the town square. He is going to completely let his guard down, believing he has finally found a normal, healthy relationship away from Kristen DiMera's psychotic grip. But it is a total lie. Sarah is lying to herself, and by extension, she is lying to him. And we cannot ignore the massive ticking time bomb that is Xander's recent behavior. While Sarah is battling her lingering feelings, Xander has been dealing with his own jealousy by hopping into bed with Kristen DiMera! Yes, you heard that right. Xander has been having some incredibly hot, completely reckless afternoon delight with the very woman who destroyed Sarah's life. When Sarah inevitably finds out that Xander has been sleeping with Kristen, the woman who stole her baby and locked her on an island, she is going to absolutely flip out. But you know what? That furious, jealous rage is only going to prove how much she still cares. If she truly loved Brady, she wouldn't care who Xander was sleeping with. The fact that Kristen is involved is going to ignite a fiery jealousy in Sarah that Brady could never, ever spark. I think this entire storyline is building toward a massive, explosive betrayal. Sarah and Xander are going to find themselves alone. The tension is going to boil over, and they are going to surrender to that undeniable temptation. They are going to cheat. And it is going to absolutely shatter Brady Black. Honestly, I feel a little bad for Brady, but he brought this on himself by ignoring the glaringly obvious signs that Sarah is still hung up on her ex-husband. When the truth comes out, I predict Brady is going to spiral hard. We know Brady struggles with addiction. And a heartbreak of this magnitude, especially losing a woman he thought was his safe choice to a guy like Xander, might just push him right off the wagon. Or worse, it might push him right back into the toxic, waiting arms of Kristen DiMera, who would love nothing more than to pick up the pieces of Brady's shattered life. At the end of the day, the messy, chaotic, deeply flawed dynamic between Xander and Sarah is what makes them compelling television. They are the couple that always finds their way back to each other, no matter how much damage has been done. Brady is just a roadblock on the highway to Sarah's endgame. The writers are setting up a spectacular emotional collision, and I, for one, cannot wait to watch the fallout. So buckle up, Salem fans, because this love triangle is about to explode in the best way possible.